Okay, I think we've officially rolled over to 9:30, which means it's time for us to get started tonight. We have got three breaks this evening. It's going to be a half case of Leaf autographed mini football helmets. Those are the start of a new case, I believe is correct. And following that, we're going to open a half case of Leaf autographed football jerseys, and those are also going to be the start of a new case. And then following that will be a half case of Hoops basketball, but that is actually going to be the back part of a case. So that's the only one that is finishing up a case. The other two will be starting brand new ones. So before we actually start ripping into our boxes and packs here, there is a little information to go over. So let's get started with that. First up there, of course, is a note about feedback. That's to let you know that I have my feedback completely automated on eBay. You know, oddly enough, it comes up a lot. And basically it works like this. As soon as you leave positive feedback for me, you should instantly get it in return. And I mean like really instantly. So if you ever have a problem with that, if you've ever left positive feedback for me and you've not instantly gotten it in return, shoot me a message and I'll find out what's going on with that. And then, of course, the next thing there is to say thank you, because I do appreciate those of you who bid and break and hang out with me and chat with me and all that kind of stuff. So let's take a look next at what's coming up over the course of the next 5 days. So this is the stuff that's already listed on eBay that we're going to be breaking over the next 5 nights. Tomorrow night is another early start time at 9:30. We're going to open a single autographed baseball jersey, a 4th and goal football box, which has 4 autographed memorabilia items in it. And then we're going to open a full case of Topps Update Jumbo, which is probably about a 2-hour break for that alone. For the Jumbo, I mean. On Tuesday night, we'll open a full-size autographed football helmet from Hit Parade. We'll open a half case of Gold Rush autographed basketball jerseys for a little change pace. The last case I have of 5-star baseball and another case of Prism football on Wednesday night. That's a new release night, so we'll start at 9:30 there as well. And it will be Flawless basketball in a half case break. A full case of Topps High Tech baseball. Both of those are Wednesday releases. And then we'll open a case of Bowman Chrome Hobby. Thursday night, we're going to open a full case of Leaf autographed full-size helmets. That'll be the second time we've done that. We'll open more Flawless basketball and more Prism football on Friday, which will be the 2nd of November. It'll be a 4th and goal box, more Flawless basketball, more high-tech baseball. For tonight, this is our order that we're breaking in as well. So there's lots of information on this page. So first up is going to be our half case of autographed mini helmets. Then it will be the half case of autographed jerseys. Then the 10-box half case break of Hoops basketball. Okay, so our free shipping breaks, which are the helmets and the jerseys. The free stuff is usually projected to go out 6 or 7 days after an auction ends. So that's projected to go out the door on or about Saturday, which actually is November the 3rd, believe it or not. We're almost into November. And the other thing you need to know about those free shipping breaks is this. If your team is not one of the teams pulled, you are entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year and any series. Typically what happens is I just hang on to them and I do track them for a rolling 90-day period. And then the next time you have a package that's shipping with cards or memorabilia items, I just gather them all up and I send them all out at once. Now that's normally the way we do it on those free shipping breaks with the consolation cards. If you don't want to wait for that and you want your consolation card sent to you right now with no waiting, that is not a problem. You just need to send me a message on eBay and let me know that, and I'll put that just in a plain white envelope with a stamp and head it your way, okay? Then our paid shipping break, which is Hoops basketball. Of course, nobody's going to get blanked in that. There's plenty of cards in there, even with the veteran base not shipping in that break. There are loads of inserts and numbered cards and rookie cards and hits and other things that will be shipping. And that's projected to get out the door on or about Thursday, November the 1st. So first up, 4-box 2018 Leaf autographed mini football helmets. That's a half case break. It's break number 9. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Sunday night, the 28th of October. You have team names there on the left-hand side. Our winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. And of course, if you're in one of our other breaks, you're going to get a chance to see your name up there shortly. Obviously, we have a new spreadsheet that will go up before the start of every break. Last but not least, I am taking autofocus off. I am setting the focus manually. It does cause the background to go out of focus a little bit, so don't worry about that, though. We're going to be able to see everything okay, I believe. One more thing to tell you, and then we're ready to rock and roll. Because this is the start of a new case, here's what's going to happen. I'm getting ready to take all of these mini helmets out of the case. I'm going to stack them up on the table and number them on the end. Then we'll use random.org to determine which 4 boxes we open tonight versus which 4 boxes are held out for the next break. So that's how that's going to work. Cards RS is here. You are asking if Hoops is going to be breaking tonight. Indeed it is. I see Jay Allen's already given you the 411 on that. And Cards RS, you're looking for a 2011 Topps Update Mike Trout. Yeah, I bet. That'd be a nice consolation card indeed. Jay Allen, you're looking for some Vikings in the helmet. And Minnesota Scene said he tried to get the Vikings, it sounds like. And maybe Jay Allen might have gotten you on that one, it sounds like. I was flipping back and forth a little bit between the Minnesota football game and, of course, the World Series game. And I've honestly, the World Series game won out most of the time. I've watched a small amount of the Vikings, but I've mostly been watching that World Series game. So you guys will have to keep me posted on all the scores. Maybe we should do this. Let's do them on the end and see if more fit that way, if I turn them that way. It's always a challenge to fit all 8 of these in this little space that I have. And sometimes I hit the camera as a result. Jay Allen knows that well. Sometimes it is a Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and the camera goes flying when I whack into it with one of these helmet boxes or jersey boxes. I try not to, but I do it sometimes. Okay, let me get them all numbered up here, and then after that we will go to random. Well, I'll simply punch in 1 through 8. I'll hit random 1 single time. It will give us 4 numbers, and we'll open the corresponding 4 boxes. All right, let's see if I can get us started over here. Okay, we are opening boxes 6145. Oh, that's easy. 1456. Huh. All right, I like that. It's easier to remember anyway. All right, so 1, 4, 5, and 6. I can take 7 and 8 away. Give me 1 second here to get these other 4 put back in their case, and I'll be right back with you. Alrighty, I'm going to get all but the first one out of the workspace in an effort to not send the camera flying tonight. So, okay, let's see what we got here. So, Minnesota, you did get your Stefon Diggs. You're right, Minnesota Scenes. You did get that. There is no checklist, Rich B. Leaf does not publish a checklist for their autographed helmets or their autographed jerseys. In fact, most Leaf products don't have a full checklist, or I shouldn't say most. I should say none of the buyback things like Best Of or Greatest Hits will have one, nor do the autographed helmets and mini helmets and that sort of thing. This is Tyreek Hill for the Kansas City Chiefs. We've got a Leaf authenticated hologram sticker on the back. And there is your Leaf credit card size COA. So Tyreek Hill first out for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, you know, they always Leaf and TriStar is the same way. They'll give you some idea. They'll give you a select number of signers. And guys, that's always going to be in my listing because you'll be able to see it on the picture. And then also, if you scroll down to the bottom of the description, I always cut and paste any manufacturer information about a product that I have. So anything I know about it, you're going to know about it. It'll be pasted in there. Earl Campbell is next out, and it is Leaf authenticated hologram, Leaf credit card size. And of course, Earl Campbell was originally a Houston Oiler. The former Houston Oilers are the current Tennessee Titans. So cards and items always stay with their franchise. All that information can also be found in my listing description down in the special circumstances area. So anytime we pull a Houston Oiler, it goes to the Tennessee Titans because that is the current name and location of the franchise. If you have the Falcons tonight, I might be a little bit jealous of this because that is Calvin Ridley. Many of you know I'm a Calvin Ridley fan, so I like this hit. That is Beckett authenticated, and looks like we've got a Beckett paper COA hiding in the back there, as well as your sticker authentication. So the Falcons with a nice Calvin Ridley. Then, of course, we've got the Titans with the Earl Campbell and Tyreek Hill for the Chiefs out so far. We've got one left to go. And Cards R Us, you are going to be looking for the Raptors and the Kings and hoops, huh? All right, that's cool. I can be about that. I like the Kings. I've got a lot of ex-University of Kentucky players hanging out with the Sacramento Kings, so I do watch them play from time to time. Jay Allen, you blame the camera falling on the woodpecker. No, the woodpecker was in the afternoon break. The woodpecker was asleep at night. He didn't. That was just me being stupid and hitting the camera with the box. That's all that was. Nice half case so far, kids. This is Alvin Kamara for the Saints. So I'm a fan of this half case. We did quite well here. Beckett authenticated as well. You can see the sticker on the back, your Beckett paper COA hiding out inside there. So to recap our mini helmets, we have Alvin Kamara coming out for the Saints with a nice one. Mr. Calvin Ridley here for the Atlanta Falcons. Good-looking young rookie for the Falcons. The Earl Campbell on the Houston Oilers helmet, of course, headed to the Tennessee Titans for the reasons that we already discussed. And then the Kansas City Chiefs hit with Tyreek Hill. So I think we had quite a nice half case there of our mini helmets. We're going to be moving next into our autographed jerseys. So give me a moment to get our helmets put out of the way, and then I'm going to grab our jerseys. The jerseys, of course, are also the start of a new case, so it's going to be the same thing, guys. I am going to end up taking out all of the boxes out of the case. I'll number them on the end, and then we'll use random to determine which we open, just like we did for the mini helmets here a moment ago. If you have not seen this yet, I'm not going to read the whole thing off, but please take a minute, review the information you see there, anticipated shipping dates for everything we're breaking tonight, and information about consolation cards if you happen to be in the mini helmet or the jersey break. 4 boxes of 2018 Leaf autograph football jerseys, half case break number 23. Team names on the left, your name in lights across from your team on the right-hand side. And of course, again, the start of a new case, so we'll go through and do our due diligence of getting them all out and using random here. As soon as I can get the case open, that is. It's always the first challenge, isn't it? I actually have to get everything open and out and up on the table. Okay, there's our 8 jerseys. Let me number them, and then we'll be ready. Then we'll be ready to go back to random.org once I get everything numbered here on our giant stack of jerseys. All right, there's our 1 through 8. And we're going to rinse and repeat over here with random.org. All right. So out of this, it looks like we're opening 4, 7, 5, and 3. 3, 4, 5, 7. All right, 3, 4, 5, 7. Let me get those. 5, I don't need 6 or 8. Oy. Now see, this is where this is where we're in the danger zone when I'm knocking cameras over and things. I'm trying so hard not to do that right now. It's a small workspace though. I'm telling you, it's hard when you've got these big bulky things. Let me get the other half put back in its case. I'll be right back with you. Okay, same as before. We're going to set them off and do them one at a time in an effort to not knock anything over tonight. Cards R Us, she said, here's the problem. You don't know much about basketball. You only know a few of the players. You know what? That's all right. We're all guessing as to how those 2018-19 rookies are going to do. I mean, we have, I guess, a limited amount of information because the season is underway, but really, it's way too early to know who our breakout stars are going to be anyway. So you're probably in about the same shape the rest of us are in. We're all just kind of guessing. So first out, we have Will Shields and a Leaf credit card size COA Hall of Fame inscription, Leaf authenticated hologram sticker. Will Shields is a 49er, right? These are custom jerseys, so it's not necessarily going to tell me on there. So I think I'll look it up just to make sure, because I'm not 100% sure of that. He may be a Kansas City Chief, actually. I don't know which he is, a Chief or a 49er, but we're about to find out. So hold on one moment, please, while I look this up, because it is not coming to mind right off the top of my head. Come on, buddy. Where are your stats? I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. And by the way, I cannot see chat while I'm doing this. Kansas City Chiefs. All seasons that he played were Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, so there we go. That's all verified at NFL.com. Will Shields, a Kansas City Chief. Oh, Cards R Us, I'll definitely let you know if you have any Raptors or Kings hits that come out for sure. We'll call out all those. Oh, man, it is a Calvin Ridley kind of night. We just pulled the Calvin Ridley mini helmet. Here's Calvin Ridley coming out in the autographed jerseys. If somebody happened to buy the Falcons for both breaks, look how happy they would be. Beckett authenticated. There is your paper COA. There's the signature kind of in a fold of the jersey. That's why I've got to hold it in that weird sort of way to show it to you. There is your Beckett sticker authentication. So Calvin Ridley and the Falcons out in both helmet and jersey. That doesn't happen very often. You know, when you pull the same player in both breaks, I mean. You know what I mean. Law of averages and all that. Jack Ham, you know I love that for my Pittsburgh Steelers. That is pretty sweet. JSA authentication paperwork, JSA authentication sticker. There's your Jack Ham autograph and the Hall of Fame inscription there as well. So the Pittsburgh Steelers pulling a nice one with Jack Ham. Last one for this half case coming out right now. Oh, man. Oh, did we save the best for last or what? Daggone, what a nice hit. If you've got the Giants, there is your man, Saquon Barkley. Very nicely done. That is PSA DNA authenticated. There is the paper. There is the sticker. And there is a quite nice hit if you have the Giants for tonight. So Saquon Barkley coming out in this half case of jerseys for the New York Giants. Along with it, we pulled Jack Ham for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We also pulled Calvin Ridley for the Falcons, way up there at the top of the number. He signed in kind of a weird place. And then for the Kansas City Chiefs, it was Will Shields. So Chiefs, Falcons, Steelers, and Giants taking home our autographed jerseys tonight. Let me get these put away, guys, then we'll move right into hoops. Roper, you said you're 1 for 12 on the memorabilia tonight. Well, which one did you hit? Was it Saquon Barkley? Because if it was, that was probably worth not hitting the others. I mean, you always, obviously, want to hit as much as you can. But like if you're gonna go 1 for 12, the one you would want would be Saquon. I don't know if that was you tonight or not, but if it was, that's a nice one. Okay, so I think everybody has seen this information by now, but just in case you haven't, let's talk about it again for 1 minute. Our free shipping breaks anticipated to go out on or about Saturday. Sometimes I'm able to get them out sooner, but free shipping stuff is always projected about 7 days out, and you'll just be pleasantly surprised if it comes to you a little quicker than that. If you were blanked in one of those memorabilia breaks, you are entitled to a consolation card. It can be from any year in any series. Typically, I hold it until the next time you have a package heading your way, and then I gather them all up and send them at once. I keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. If you don't want to wait, let me know. I'll send it out to you by itself, and we'll be all good. Paid shipping break tonight, there's only one, and it's the Hoops basketball that we are getting ready to open. And I'm sure everyone knows this because we've talked about it leading up to it, and it was also in the description. But Veteran Base does not ship in this break. The Veteran Base cards had their own bidding spot in Hoops. What does ship is anything that is a rookie card that says RC on it. Any inserts, any numbered cards, any autograph cards, relic cards, hits of any sort, those all ship. The only thing that does not ship is just basic Veteran Base, okay? Because that has its own bidding spot. So this is a 10-box half case of 2018-19 Hoops basketball. Half case break number 2. Same format that you're used to with teams on one side, winning bidder names across from it there. And of course, this is the back part of a case. So we don't have to get anything out and number anything. We just have to start ripping. I like that plan. Now, out of the first half of this case, we pulled some really nice stuff. Some really nice stuff, some Karl Anthony Towns autographs to 25. We pulled Steph Curry autographs. I mean, it's not just rookies in here. This has a really nice checklist of veterans in here as well. A lot of times people forget that, and they just bid where on the teams where the rookies are, but a lot of times you can pick up some really nice veteran hits for very little money. So Hoops can be good for that sort of thing. If you haven't ever looked at the whole checklist, you should check it out sometime because it's pretty good. And Roper student, you said you did hit the you did hit the Saquon Barkley. Well, that's good, man. That is fantastic. I like that plan. Yeah, if you want the Veteran Base, if you want to buy the Veteran Base, we can talk about it. Of course, it was listed up there. Nobody bought it on eBay. So if you want to talk about it outside of that, we can. But I would be looking at probably getting pretty similar pricing. Because, again, it just has to do with the fact of how it's prepped and shipped. And I've probably, gosh, the amount of cards that are in the Veteran Base, the way that I will ship those, it'll probably cost, I don't know, $10 or so, maybe in the plastic storage boxes that they ship in, just by itself. And then, of course, you got the postage and all the other stuff on that one, too. So if you want to talk about that, we've got that, so you can hit me up. And yeah, it was listed both times. It was definitely there. It was live both times. Didn't get a bid. It was actually the first time Veteran Base was listed at the very beginning of the night, And then this last time, I listed Veteran Base as the very last auction of the night. But it was there. The title actually said Veteran Base. Yeah, so I don't know why it didn't show up, Roper, but I mean, I've had people telling me all weekend that they were not seeing some teams show up and having some problems like that. So I don't know. I mean, I know eBay has had that sort of problem recently. I thought that I had gotten that resolved and that they had fixed it so that all my stuff was showing up again, but maybe it's still not sometimes. What I can tell you is if you're ever missing a team or something like that, most of the time, if you're looking just at my auctions, if you refresh the page a time or two, it will usually put them back in, but not always. That's been part of the problem, of course. So we are looking for 2 autographs per box in here. And of course, as I said, there are loads of inserts, plenty of numbered cards. Most of the numbered stuff will be those Road to the Finals. And the farther in you get, the lower the number. So, you know, like round 1 stuff is going to be numbered to 2018. I think maybe round 2 is numbered to 999 and so on and so forth. So, but we'll kind of talk about those the first time we see them go through as well, so that we're all on the same page. Let me get some sleeves out on the table here, and we're just about ready to go to see what kind of fabulous stuff we can find. Yeah, it was definitely there, Roper. I saw it, you know, there myself. I can go back and give you the auction number for it. I mean, obviously I can't do that right now because we're in the middle of the break, but I can look at my ended listings and tell you exactly what the item number is, and you can go in and pull it up there. But it absolutely was there. You could probably also search ended listings for Veteran Base and then sort it by recently ended on eBay or recently completed, and you'd see it there as well. But it was most certainly there. All right, so again, guys, Veteran Base not shipping had its own bidding spot. Things that do ship. This, of course, is an insert, so that is going to ship. These are not numbered, but they are courtside inserts, so they go into the yeah, it ships pile. Then we will have, here's one of our hits. One of our hits is first out. It's a Los Angeles Laker, and it's Eddie Jones. Coming out first tonight, the Lakers drawing first blood here. Let's see, Archaeologist. That's another insert that, of course, any Archaeologist inserts are going to ship. Anything that has that little RC rookie card designation on it is going to ship out the door to you as well. These with the purple border, they are not numbered, but they are basically inserts because they have the purple border, or they're parallels, I guess, actually. Technically, they're parallels. Those ship. Highlights. This is another insert series. Those will all ship. That one is LeBron James. Someone told me those come out 2 or 3 per case, but we found 3 in the first half and already found 1 here, so I think they come out a little more frequently. NBA City is another one that is, of course, an insert that will ship. Road to the Finals. These are some of the ones I was talking about earlier. So this is round 1. Any of the ones that are round 1 are going to be numbered to 2018. Then as we find some that are perhaps to lower numbers, then they're going to be numbered a little differently. Lower rounds, I mean. This nice little shiny hollow foil card is numbered to 199 for the Celtics, and that is Kyrie Irving. Cards R Us, you got a Tatum numbered to 10 yesterday. That was nice. I like it. I like it. Hey, Greg, how are you? What's happening, Greg? How's your day been? TJ McConnell numbered to 199 for the 76ers. I think we'll just wait and do sleeves on that sort of stuff later. We'll kind of get things, keep things moving. We Got Next, those are all going to be rookies. So every We Got Next that you see, those ship out as well. That one was Landry Shamet. For the Kings, there's a NBA City insert. Got more rookies and things in there. Legend, excuse me, Legends inserts, Legends of the Ball, those all ship. Obviously, I'm not going to read those off, the unnumbered stuff, every single time. I'm kind of going through it out of this first box so that everyone is aware of how it breaks out. Picture Perfect ships as well. That is numbered to 2018 for the Pacers. Another Legends of the Ball, Ray Allen and the Heat. The Miami Heat. Road to the Finals, LeBron to 2018 for the Cavaliers. We got next for the Warriors. And Amplifiers. That we don't see that insert as often. That one's Kemba Walker and the Hornets. I mean, there's still plenty of them, but they're just not as many as we see of some of the other inserts in this product. Backstage Pass. Those ship, of course, because they are inserts. So it's really literally just the veteran base that does not ship. So anything that is the kind of meaty part of the break does ship. If anybody has any questions about that, you can hit me up and let me know. We should be finding one more autograph in here. There we go. Like, where is our other autograph? Finally, it's going to make an appearance here. Amari Spellman. That's a rookie hit for the Atlanta Hawks. And if you have the Hawks, that's probably not who you're looking for, right? But any hit's a good hit. You're probably looking for Trey if you have the Atlanta Hawks. That's my guess anyway. And Action Shots, another insert set for them. Those are typically not numbered either. If they are numbered, we would see the numbering on the front. So that's kind of how a box is set up. That's what you're going to see as we go along through, and that gives you enough of an overview of what ships and what doesn't, that I think we're probably in pretty good shape. But if anybody does have a question about a card as it goes by, hey, you know, is it veteran base or not, you're welcome to hit me up there in chat, and we can take a closer look at anything that you want to see a second shot of. One other thing, I haven't seen one go through yet, but we probably, they're definitely in here. We'll probably see one at some point. Some of these cards have players who have been traded, and the image on the card will be the player in their prior uniform. So, for example, you could have a card that shows LeBron still in his Cavaliers uniform, but the card itself would show the Lakers, you know, up there where the team is designated. And, of course, that would mean the card goes to the Lakers because it's always going to go to the team that is shown there on the card. And they usually have in little tiny writing like traded to the Lakers on such and such a date or whatever. In this case, that probably wouldn't happen with LeBron because he wasn't traded. It was a free agency thing, but I'm just using that as an example. And I throw that out there because sometimes, you know, you'll see a card go by and you just see the uniform. We're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. You see the uniform and you just think, oh, that's, you know, for whoever. And sometimes then when you get your cards, you're thinking, hey, where's Isaiah Thomas? I saw him go by in a Celtics uniform. Well, that would be it. He might have already been designated to another team. That's the moral of the story. That's why I always have to sort basketball from the back so that I don't look at the uniform and so that I don't look at the players, because sometimes it's really automatic. You'd be surprised. You know, you get used to a certain player just playing for a certain team and you automatically, before you even think about it, you're thinking, oh yeah, that's, you know, such and such. So I always sort basketball from the back of the card so I don't get tempted. Cards R Us, you said you think it's time for your Kings and your Raptors, huh? Well, hopefully they're going to turn up for you before we get finished tonight, but we got a ways to go. This is 10 boxes, so we're only one box in, so we're just getting started tonight. And of course, since we've been through what everything is, I'm not really going to stop on stuff unless it is numbered or unless it is, oh, that's nice, Luka Doncic, you know I happen to be a fan of his, or unless it's numbered. So most of the other things that are unnumbered, we're going to keep on keeping on. That one's to 2018. That is a Raptor. It's DeMar DeRozan on a road to the finals coming out there. Another Action Shots, or sorry, yeah, Action Shots. I was like, did I just call that the wrong thing? No, it is Action Shots. John Wall. And, oh, I forgot about these. So we're going to have a handful of these too, tip-off, and they show two different teams on the card. So all of those are going to sit over here in our housekeeping area. Then at the very end of the break, I will use random.org to make a determination as to which team that goes to. We'll do them as a group. So in other words, I'll type in left side of the card, right side of the card, or left, right, whatever the case may be. And then random will give us either left or right, and then it will, you know, go to the teams on the left side of each card or on the right side of each card, depending on how random wants to send things tonight. So that's how that will work. And what else? I can't really think of anything else. I think that's pretty well got us covered. Another archaeologist, that one, Klay Thompson for the Golden State Warriors. So if anybody happens to have the World Series on, feel free to jump in and share some scores with me. I was definitely watching that more closely than I was watching the football game tonight. I'll grant you that one. This is numbered to 99. It's green. It's a checkerboard pattern. Marvin Williams for the Hornets. And anytime we see that green checkerboard tonight, it will be numbered to 99. We have our first hit of this box showing up, I believe. Yeah, that is the first one out of this box. It's Gary Trent Jr., a rookie for the Trailblazers. So, are we all three? No, we're two rookies and one veteran. I was thinking, I thought for a minute we were all three rookies. But we're 2-to-1 rookies to vets. Now we're 2-to-2. This is Brad Daugherty for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That is numbered to 25 with your nice little throwback signature there if you happen to have the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, we had somebody trying to hide out there behind the card in front of it. That's never a good thing, is it? When they try to hide from us. Numbered to 2018, Jimmy Butler, round 1, Minnesota Timberwolves. What are they going to do with him? I mean, are they just going to keep him all season with him being so unhappy? And then I did go back and read that Rockets deal, I guess, was for real. They really are, I think, offering 4 first-round picks every other year. I mean, it's just crazy. I don't even know how that's going to shake out, but indeed, that's what they're offering. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that's to 199. It's the Clippers. Yeah, I bid on some hoops breaks, and I thought I bid all on breaks that ended tonight. And apparently one of them ended last night, and I didn't know it. All from the same breaker, and it is a breaker that I know. But I didn't even know it or realize it. And then tonight when I signed into eBay, I saw that it said I needed to pay for an item. I was like, oh my gosh, because of course he broke it last night. Oh, I felt terrible. Because, you know, I'm always complaining about people that don't get their payments in, and then I was the person that didn't get my payment in. Oh, it was just like, I felt so bad. I told him he could just, you know, if he resold the team, I didn't care. He could just have the money because I felt like a dog. But then the rest of them, they really do end tonight. So I'm hoping to win a few in that break from his half case break. But I don't know if I will or not. We'll have to see. I can't watch the bids to monitor. So just be the luck of the draw for me tonight. BE, you said it is 3-1 Red Sox, top of the 7th. Okay. So the score really hasn't changed much since the last time I saw it. I believe it was 2-1 when I last saw it. So I guess a slight change, but nothing too dramatic. But they're playing fast tonight. Purple border Bam Adebayo for the Heat. A Legends of the Ball Charles Barkley. Hey, hey. The 76ers holo foil. We got next Kevin Knox for the Knicks. That's a picture perfect insert. A signature, and I kind of like that one. Jaren Jackson Jr. for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a pretty good hit if you've got Memphis. Yeah, I guess this is the only hoops we're going to do. I had thought about doing some more, but it did not do very well in the bidding. Some years it does better than others. This year, at least for me, it didn't do very well. That's to 2018 for the Raptors with Ibaka. Kyle Kuzma holo foil, Lakers. So I guess we'll stick with just the one case. We're almost to Donruss basketball time anyway. I think, what is that, like, not this Wednesday, but next, I think. That one's to 999 because it is from round 2, and it's for NOLA. Oh, it's 4-1 now. Raylan's joined in the party, and somebody must have just scored. She says it's 4-1. Archaeologists for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Greg, are you asking me literally what is next, as in what products are coming out this Wednesday? Or are you asking me what's coming out next for basketball? Or are you asking me a question about the cards that say we've got next? That's a multiple choice question for you. So, yeah, I think you're probably asking me what's coming out next, but I don't know if you mean overall or you mean basketball. Donruss is the next product for 2018-19 that comes out next for basketball. But this week, coming up, we have Flawless Basketball, which will wrap up the 2017-18 season. I know, it's so stupid the way Panini does it, but that is the last of their 27-18 releases will be Flawless Basketball coming out this Wednesday. Next Wednesday will be 2018-19 Donruss Basketball, if that made sense. I don't know when Optic's coming out yet. I haven't even seen a release date, a pre-order yet for Optic Basketball. We've pre-ordered Optic Football, but not basketball yet. We're pre-ordering Contenders Basketball right now, but that doesn't come out until, I think I told you guys that the other night. It comes out the day after Christmas, which I think is the stupidest thing in the world to try to release a product, a good one like that too, on the day after Christmas, but whatever. Unless they move it, and that's where they have it sitting right now. That is number 1099. It's Tony Parker. Hey, that's an example of what we were talking about earlier, right? So he's in the Spurs uniform, but there's the information saying when he was traded, and of course you see the Hornets on the front, Hornets on the back, means it goes to the Charlotte Hornets, but he was, of course, in the Spurs uniform. So that, I told you we'd find one eventually to illustrate the example, and that was it. A holo foil Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Legends of the Ball. That is number 2, 199. It's a holo foil for the Hawks, Malcolm Delaney. Donruss is a little different, Greg, than it had been in the past. It is still going to have a lot of base cards in it, for sure. But it used to be configured just like hoops is configured here. I mean, you had relics in there as well, so not configured the same as in 2 autographs. I think it was an autograph and a relic, but I mean configured the same in that it was 24 packs per box and then 20 boxes per case. But they have reconfigured it this year. Spencer Haywood, the Lakers, hit with another one, and that is a nice low number to 25 with Mr. Spencer Haywood for the Lakers. So this year, Greg, Donruss is going to be, that's number to 2018 for the Celtics, much more like our Topps has been. So you know how our Topps Jumbo Series 1 and Series 2 and our Topps Jumbo updates, you know how those have been configured? It's going to be very similar to that. So it's going to be a lot of cards in each case, like around 3,000, but it will be packaged not like this. It'll be fewer boxes per case and then fewer packs per box. So your overall card count is still quite high, but the configuration is different. And I do think they've changed the number of hits in it. That's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander we've got next for the Clippers. But I don't remember exactly what the new configuration is. That is that Spud Webb? No, it's Steve Kerr. What is wrong with me? I did the same thing the last time I looked at Steve Kerr insert for the Bulls. I was like, who is that? For some reason, I have a hard time visualizing Steve Kerr as a player instead of a coach. Greg, I don't remember how many autographs it has in it. Normally, it would be, in past years, I think it was 1 autograph and like 1 relic. I'm sure they have changed that slightly with the fact that they've now kind of made them into jumbos. So I imagine that the ratio has changed a bit, but I don't know exactly what it is. So I'll have to pull that up, of course, soon to get it listed to break. But it's not this Wednesday, it's next Wednesday. So we've got a little bit of time before that one shows up, 10 days or so. And then I think after that, for basketball, might be certified, might be the next one after that. And again, that's one that's changed this year. In the past, you know, we've had regular certified in football, but we've always had the brand called Totally Certified in basketball. At one time, football had them both. Football had certified and totally certified. Football dropped Totally Certified several years ago and just went with regular certified. Once upon a time, basketball had them both too. But basketball did the opposite and dropped regular certified and kept Totally. So finally this year, they dropped Totally Certified. We're back to regular certified in basketball and football. I prefer regular certified to totally certified, so I'm glad they did that with basketball. So yeah, certified will be like we had in football. Again, you know, sometimes the product configurations are slightly different from basketball to football, so you should always check because the number of autographs is almost always more in a football box than it is in a basketball box, simply due to roster size and more available players to sign. That's numbered to 199. It's J.J. Barea for the Mavericks. But it will be a similar. It's the same product, but the configuration might be a little different. To 2018, the Rockets and Chris Paul. And I'm not 100% certain, Greg, that it's the next one that comes after Donruss, but I think it might be. Damian Lillard for the Trailblazers on the Archaeologist insert. And that is a Wesley Johnson for the Clippers with a purple border. There's an amplified or amplifiers Steph Curry for the Golden State Warriors. A Road to the Finals number to 2018 for the Wizards. Another picture perfect insert. We got next for Miles Bridges. I always want to say Miles Bridges and Mikal Bridges for the opposite teams. I always want to think that Miles Bridges is at the Nuggets, and it's really Mikal Bridges at the Nuggets and Miles Bridges at the Hornets, but I keep wanting to flip those around. Jonas Jerebko for the Golden State Warriors. How about that? I haven't seen his autograph on anything in a while. Greg, I don't know yet if we've got certain players that are going to sign a lot out of the rookie class. It's really too soon to tell because, I mean, this is our first go-round with the rookies out in their NBA uniforms for 2018-19. I mean, the only other thing we have to go on was the Contenders Collegiate, and that's kind of different all the way around. That doesn't tell us much. So I don't know the answer to that. We haven't opened enough to detect any patterns in it, really. But I would say, in general, in the basketball releases, you have a tendency to pull more veteran signatures than you do out of football. A lot of the football products are comprised primarily of rookies, with some veterans added in. In basketball, you'll find veterans and Hall of Famers, veterans and, you know, retired Hall of Fame type guys in almost every product. So it's a little different than football in that sense as well. So basketball is one where you always want to look at the checklist, I think. Of course, I think it's a good idea to look at the checklist anyway. You guys know my thoughts on that. It gives you some good guidance about who's signed and what team has a lot of hits and all that. So I always recommend that you check out a checklist before you bid, but particularly in basketball because sometimes there's a big variance. And I'm sure the vast majority of you know this already. You've either heard me speak about it in the past or you have found it on your own. Grayson Allen, We Got Next. And that is, of course, that there are all kinds of websites that take these checklists that are put out by Panini and Topps and they break them down by teams to make it easier to look at. So Marquise Chris to the Rockets, purple border. And a hollow foil David Robinson for the Spurs. So the one I use the most myself is Group Break Checklists. It has an S on the end, checklists, which sounds stupid when you say it, but anyway, that's what it is. That is numbered to 99. That is green checkerboard Wilson Chandler for the Sixers. But there are plenty of them out there that do it. I think one maybe is called Break Ninja and various ones. This one is numbered to 499. Hey, we're getting a little lower in our rounds, aren't we? And that is Steph Curry out of the Western Finals is that round. So the lower we get in our rounds, the lower the numbering on the card. Jerome Robinson, We Got Next. Here comes a Minnesota Timberwolf. And it is Josh Okogie. How do you say his name? I don't know how to say his name. I don't remember seeing him play college ball. I'll be honest with you. I don't. I probably did somewhere along the way, but I don't remember it. So I don't really recall hearing his name pronounced. I really don't even recall hearing his name pronounced at the draft. So goodness knows, you know, I'm not going to just guess it right. So I butchered his name, but I did get the team right. Timberwolves. So I don't know about this World Series game, but it sounds like Boston might be getting ready to finish this thing up tonight. Unless the Dodgers stage a little comeback. Which, you know, at least if they do, at least the Dodgers won a game. Because, you know, after the first two games, all the talking heads were like, oh, the Dodgers might get swept. It's like, hey, now, hang on. That's a little too early to predict that. So even if they end up not winning the World Series, they at least will not have been swept. So that would be better. But, you know, that's always got to be so tough to be the runner-up in any competition like that, whether it's the NBA Finals or the NCAA Tournament, the Super Bowl, World Series, whatever it is. You know, it's just got to be awful to get that far and then not win it. Oh, I would hate that. That would bother me. Karl Malone for the Jazz with the hollow foil. I'm sure it bothers those guys too, but I guess they have several million reasons to get over it and move on though, right? To 2018 Jrue Holiday. There is an archaeologist for the Trailblazers. That one, C.J. McCollum. There's another backstage pass that went by. Here is a hollow foil numbered to 199. That one's Paul Millsap for the Nuggets. A little Denver Nugget action. Michael Porter Jr. Did you see his little brother is now out for the year for Mizzou? I mean, you know, last year, Michael Porter Jr., of course, he played, what, one game and then hurt his back, never played again. Maybe he played, did he play part of one game in the tournament? He might have. I take that back. I think he might have. And his little brother had reclassified and gone up to play with him at Mizzou, and little brother stayed and should have been there this year, is there, but now he's injured and out for the season. And then the other crazy part about that, they did a rundown, because there's a couple of sisters in that family too. All of them have had, like, major injuries. It's crazy. One of the sisters, I think, has had an ACL repaired 3 or 4 times or some crazy number. But, like, the whole family has a history of sports-related injuries, often in multiples. So they're kind of snake bit. Like, talented family, but not having much luck with their bodies holding up. So I was sorry to hear his little brother sounds like he's out for the year at Missouri. Jeff, she has done the Leaf jersey break already. I sure have. We started at 9:30 tonight, of course, and the mini helmets were first and the jerseys were second, and then hoops fell in line right behind that. Greg, what did you say you're going to watch? Oh, you're going to watch Tom Brady lose tomorrow. It took me a minute to realize what you'd written in there. You said you're going to watch Tom Brady lose tomorrow. Well, all right, Greg, maybe. I don't know. Tom Brady doesn't lose all that much, so I don't know. Here's Bismack Biyombo for the Charlotte Hornets. And that, of course, a little throwback vet there. Here's a green checkerboard numbered to 99. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and the Lakers. Oh, Corey's here. Hi, Corey. How are things in Alaska for you, Corey? You would have been, I'm surprised you weren't in the jersey or the helmet break tonight. And we pulled a bunch of stuff you probably would have hit tonight, too. That is to 2018. It's Draymond Green and the Warriors. That's a purple border for Nola. There's a hollow foil Kemba Walker for the Hornets. Finally, we have one numbered to 10 out of this half of the case. It's Kawhi Leonard for the Raptors. There again, of course, he's in his Spurs uniform, but the traded designation on there, the correct current team on there is the Raptors, and there's the information about the traded date. So nice Kawhi Leonard to 10. Always good to hit the low numbered in hoops. Yeah, Corey, we're hanging in here tonight. It's been a crazy weekend. My Kentucky Wildcats managed to win in football after basically looking terrible the whole game and thought we were going to lose. Would have absolutely sworn we were going to lose. And in one of the stranger ways I've ever seen a game end, we actually ended up winning. And then, of course, my Steelers played pretty well today. That's the Golden State Warriors. Better than maybe I thought they were going to. And we beat the Browns. And so, all in all, both my teams won. That is a De'Aaron Fox purple border for the Kings, followed by a LeBron James hollow foil for the Lakers. And actually, LeBron was still in his Cavaliers uniform. You know, I used that for the example earlier and then followed it up with I didn't know if he would be or not. He was. So there we go. Portland Trail Blazers, rookie ink, Anthony Simmons. And this is another one of our tip-off cards that we'll set over here in our housekeeping area. We'll take care of divvying all of those up at one time at the end of the break. Steph Curry, that is a round 2 card. It is numbered to 999 for the Warriors. Yeah, Corey, I see you're not breaking with us anymore, man. Did I do something to make you mad, Corey? What happened? You don't come see us very much either anymore. Every once in a while. I'm glad you do still come by and say hey, though. So at least we know you're still kicking around up there in Alaska. So we are, what? This is, I guess we're at our halfway point right now. So we've done 5 boxes and we have 5 boxes left. This is the 5th box that's coming out of the wrappers right now. All right, Corey, you're headed out to watch some caribou, huh? All right, man. Well, have a good evening. I hope you have fun with your wildlife show. I always like doing stuff like that too, hanging out and watching whatever critters might come around. All right, let's see what we can find here. In the back 5 boxes, that is numbered to 999. Archaeologist for the Bulls with Steve Kerr again, who I keep thinking is an entirely different player. Thought somebody was stuck there, but they're not. Hey, the Clippers hit with Patrick Beverley. So the Clippers get involved after the Lakers had a few hits. The Clippers didn't want to be left out. All of our LA teams have been represented now. Action Shots, Andrew Wiggins, hollow foil. There's another we got next. That one was Dante DiVincenzo. Anthony Davis, my man AD, numbered to 2018 for the Pelicans. You got to think he's gearing up to leave in free agency. I mean, he changed his agent. He went with LeBron's agent, Steph Curry, hollow foil. You know, he's, I mean, I just think the guy he's just ready to win. That's to 199 Stanley Johnson and the Pistons. They're just giving him such a workload. I mean, they are trying to help him. DeRozan for the Clippers, or the Spurs, sorry. Spurs. Tip off to go in our housekeeping pile. keep forgetting that DeMar DeRozan, who I wanted to say Raptors, and then I'm thinking, no, he got traded. Did he get? And I'm thinking he got traded to the Clippers. No, he got traded to the Spurs for Kawhi Leonard. You'd think I could remember that. But see, there you go. That's what I'm talking about, though. That's where you get into that kind of like automatic sort of mindset. You just, DeMar DeRozan, Raptors. Nope, not anymore. I can't believe how quiet my little kitten is being tonight. Like, eerily quiet. He's never quiet when I'm working. He's always into something. You can hear him playing, or, you know, he comes up and runs through the wrappers, or he's got his toys out down the stairs or something. The fact that he's so eerily quiet really tells me I'm probably going to go downstairs and find that he's absolutely destroyed something. I wouldn't be surprised. Booty's here. Hi, Booty. Oh, Pierce hit a home run. It's now 5-1 Red Sox. Look out. What is the, where are we in innings, Raylan? Are we in the 8th? We in the 9th? What are we in there? Highlights Karl Anthony Towns, the big man for the T-Wolves. Minnesota, eh? But so, yeah, I do think that Anthony Davis is probably gearing up to hit free agency and thinking he's not going to stay down there. I mean, they have, to their credit, tried to get him some help. And if Boogie hadn't gotten hurt, I think that would have worked out because they were playing well together. And they did get at least into the playoffs a little. But I just think Anthony Davis, the kid's just ready to win. Dante DiVincenzo for the Milwaukee Bucks. Nice little rookie ink. 8th inning, huh? Okay. Excellent. Boy, I don't know what you just typed in there, Booty. It looks like, what does that say? That says B. Moore's Babby. And then you said baby. B. Moore's baby? I don't get it. What's B. Moore's baby? You got to help me out. I'm a little slow, guys. I will be the first one to admit it. I am not always the sharpest tack in the box, so to speak. Sometimes you have to walk me through it. That is archaeologist Kemba Walker for the Hornets. You have to take pity on my poor old brain. Help me out. Playoffs, Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz to 2018. Road to the finals. That is to 199, Robert Covington, 76ers, hollow foil. Another we got next, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the Clippers. I forgot to put my brace on tonight, didn't I? See, I'm paying the price right now, too. Although I did give my wrist a little rest today, so I think we can make it through without the brace tonight. Baltimore. Oh, you said Baltimore. Got you. Okay. Did the Ravens win today? Did you play today? I thought you had a... Did you play today, the Ravens? I don't know why I thought it was a bye week for you. I guess I just wasn't paying attention to who had what game then, was I? So you won, Booty? I didn't watch as much football today as I normally would. I watched my Steelers game mostly. I mean, I was doing some things, working and doing some things during it, so I didn't watch it intently, but I mostly saw my Steelers game. And then after that, I was, kind of all over the map. And then I mostly watched baseball when it started. Oh, Raylan said the Ravens did play and they lost. Ooh, who beat you? Because I think we have Ravens. We have Ravens next week, right? I'm pretty sure. Steelers Ravens is next week. So one of us will be crying then to 199. That's a Gary Harris hollow foil. Marvin Bagley for the Kings. That is to 2018 for the Celtics. Yeah, you know what's going to happen. Stupid Le'Veon Bell's going to show back up. And he's going to mess up the whole flow of our offense. That is also to 2018 for the Sixers with J.J. Redick. And so he'll probably show his tired, fat tail up next week and then try to get in there against the Ravens and just mess us all up. They just need to set him on the bench. Just leave him there. We've got to pay him whenever he comes back. There's no way around that. So you have to pay him, but you don't have to play him. So give him his money and let his stupid fat butt sit on the bench. We don't need him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the Clippers with the purple border. Nice little rookie hit there. Another Charles Barkley hollow foil for the 76ers. That is numbered to 199, Brandon Ingram. Cards Are Us, you said time for a low-numbered De'Aaron Fox autograph. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing that. That would be all right with me. We had a De'Aaron Fox autographed basketball jersey not awfully long ago. And actually, it was on a break where the Sacramento Kings hadn't sold, so I ended up with it. And then I added it as an incentive to another break that we were doing, some stuff we broke direct. So I don't have it anymore either, but I did have it for a little while, a short period of time. The Panthers beat you, really? 36-21. Huh. Surprised by that a little bit. Chris, what were the 4 mini helmets? That is an excellent question, Chris. Kansas City Chiefs, Tyreek Hill, a Calvin Ridley for the Falcons, Earl Campbell for the Titans, Oilers, which is Titans. And the 4th one, I think it was Alvin Kamara for the Saints, I think. Don't absolutely quote me on that, Chris, because we also broke a half case of jerseys, and it could be that I've gotten somebody flipped around in my head from jersey to helmet. You know I'm terrible about remembering that sort of stuff. I believe it's what I just said, but I wouldn't absolutely stake my life on it. 76ers with J.J. Redick, purple border. Another tip-off that goes into housekeeping pile. The Calvin Ridley is for sure, because I hit him both places. We hit him in the jersey and in the mini helmet. So Calvin Ridley, definitely. The other 3, I'm pretty sure, are correct as well. But if anybody else was... were you on then, Greg? Can you back me up on that? Is that right, what I called out? Or so usually somebody has hung in and seen the whole thing and can come in and clean up and tell me if I'm right or if I've left anybody out. Mark Price for the Cavs on an archaeologist insert. That is numbered to 2018 for the Raptors. Another road to the finals. Sergey. The Hornets have themselves another hit. This is Devontae Graham. Some little rookie ink coming out, numbered no less, to 25 for the Charlotte Hornets. How about that? All right, BE's backing me up there, Chris. BE says that was correct. You know, that's rare, I have to tell you, Chris. You got lucky tonight. It is rare that I can go back and remember all 4 when after the fact. I usually forget one. That is numbered to 99. It's Damian Dotson. That is a green checkerboard for the Knicks. And looks like the Milwaukee Bucks are coming out next. That is Jack something. Sigma? Maybe? Something not even remotely close to that. Anyway, it's a throwback, and it's the Bucks. And you have an autographed hit. We're closing in on it, kids. 7 down, 3 to go. I will confess, I will be glad to be done with some of these base card heavy things that we've been in lately. Between Topps Jumbo Update and Hoops, and we had something else real base card heavy. Oh, the Prism. Yeah, we're in the middle of Prism. And it's got a lot of cards in it, too. And man, oh man. I'll be glad when we get into some things that are a little less card count. Makes life a little easier, doesn't it? Hoping for an Oscar Robinson. That would be nice if we could pull an Oscar Robinson. Or Giannis, you know. How about the Greek Freak? I did not see that play the other night where he got elbowed in the head. But apparently, you know, obviously they checked him out. I mean, they took him back to the locker room, checked him out, cleared him to come back in and play the game. So, I mean, one would think that he was okay. But then I guess he came out in an interview and said he basically blacked out. Like, he doesn't remember hardly anything after getting hit in the head. And he came back out and played in the fourth quarter. So I don't think the NBA has a very good concussion protocol, then, do they? I mean, that's awful, man. Guy comes back in and plays a whole quarter of the game after getting popped in the head and blacks out and doesn't remember any of it. Not good. That is just almost certainly indicative of a concussion there for Giannis. I don't even know who elbowed him in the head, really. It must have been a pretty good little blow. I'm sure the NBA was so unhappy that he comes out talking about blacking out. So 2018 for the Raptors. I'm sure the last thing they want is anybody drawing attention to the fact that they probably don't have as good a concussion protocol as, say, the NBA or the NFL does. Hey, there's a Kobe Bryant highlight. How about that for the Lakers? So I think I believe this is our third highlights out of this half case. And if memory serves, we found 3 or maybe 4 out of the first half case. I know someone originally said they thought it was only, 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 a case. It's got to be more than that, though. That's the Rockets archaeologist. Because I think we found that amount in each half of the case. Here's a hollow foil we got next. How about that? That is numbered to 10. And it's the Tripper himself, Grayson Allen, for the Jazz. That's the first one of those, the first we got next that I've seen numbered out of the entire case to 2018 Cavaliers. Which I guess makes sense if they're all going to be numbered only to 10. There's Ayton we got next. Not going to be an overwhelming number of them. The Spurs have a hit with Lonnie Walker IV. Lonnie Walker IV is, of course, a rookie for the Spurs. And Greg doesn't like his hair. Have you all seen Lonnie Walker's hair? I shouldn't say that Greg said he didn't like it. He said it was, what'd you say it was, Greg? You said it was interesting. Did he say interesting? But you can get a look at it right there. His hair is very high. And I will say that. It's very high. It would be hard probably to wear a hat very stylishly. Jaren Jackson for the Grizzlies. Legends of the Ball, Julius Erving. Jeremy Grant for the Thunder. That's another Timberwolves Action Shots hollow foil. Road to the Finals 2018, Dwayne Wade. I wonder if they win the World Series, if that helps the value of my Andrew Benintendi rookie cards. Probably not. Probably not. If he had like well, he did have some nice games in the postseason, but he probably would have had to have been like MVP or something to get a boost out of those. That's still $199 for the Bucks. Of course, I'm talking the 2017 ones. Obviously, he wasn't a rookie this year. The Pacers hit with Domantas Sabonis. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that I haven't even gotten some of my Andrew Benintendi rookie autographs back yet. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Maybe the ones out of Chronicles. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they haven't sent me that yet. To $199, DeMar DeRozan, Spurs. There's another tip-off, so it goes over to our housekeeping area. All right, we have 8 down and 2 to go. And, oh shoot, I just hit something, sorry. Do you know how close we are to Christmas? I mean, like, I didn't even think about it until my sister called me today, and she said she was watching a Hallmark Christmas movie. I said, what are you doing watching a Hallmark Christmas movie? It's not time for Christmas movies yet. She's like, yeah, it's only, you know, whatever, I don't know, 2 months to Christmas or whatever. And she said the Hallmark Christmas movies have already started, which is crazy. So I'm like, yeah, one of my friends is in one of them. I couldn't even remember the title of the one she was in, but I said, oh yeah, Elaine was in one of those. And she says, yeah, it's the one I watched last night. Oh, all right. I was like, my silly friend didn't even tell me it aired last night. I would have watched it in support of her, but she didn't. Of course, I think they replay them like 1,001 times, but I had no idea it was already time for that to be starting. But yeah, and she said that there's some kind of new Hallmark music, a Hallmark Christmas music channel on satellite radio or something, on XM. I don't know. I kind of lost track of where we went down that rabbit hole at some point. Cards R Us is still trying to conjure up that De'Aaron Fox autograph. I'm trying to work the mojo for you, Cards R Us. I'm trying to help you make that De'Aaron Fox show up, but so far we haven't had much luck, have we? There's Drebko again, though. We found him twice now. So, Jonas, if you've got the Golden State Warriors, you have a bookend of his autographs at this point. Amplify Lou Williams. A checkerboard to 99, Goran Dragic for the Heat. Kristaps on an Action Shots hollow foil. There's an archaeologist, Paul George. So what's the trade? Is the trade deadline tomorrow for the NFL? Or is it Tuesday? It's pretty soon, whenever it is. I wonder if I don't think we're going to be able to unload Le'Veon. I was really hoping we would, but I don't think we're going to be able to. There should be some movement, though. They're talking about a lot of potential trades coming down in the last 48 hours. We'll see. Troy Brown Jr., Wizards. Rookie ink. Road to the Finals Oladipo to 2018 for the Pacers. A hollow foil action shots for the Bucks. All right, we're getting there. This is the worst part. The worst part is just getting it out of the wrappers. See, that would be the ideal way to break something like this. If there was somebody else, if you could do like an assembly line, if we had multiple camera views, right? Like multiple screens or cameras set up, and you could watch one person just taking them out of the wrappers, and then that person could be handing them down the line, and we could be sorting them, and that would be so much faster. I mean, not sorting them, but you know what I mean, looking at them. But you would still have to have the little camera of the person taking it out of the box and the wrapper so that you would know what was going on, but like a picture-in-picture thing or something, that would be the way to go, right? Think how much faster it would be if somebody was doing that part of it. That would be nice. To 2018, LeBron James. Whoops. To 2018, Ben Simmons. Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, baby. Hollow foil for the Lakers. Then we have Tyler Dorsey for the Hawks with a purple border. Excuse me. Yeah, see, I'm always trying to find ways that, you know, you can make friends and family do work for you, right? It's to 199 Jaylen Brown and the Celtics. But yeah, they can't really do much with the breaking. I guess they could sort, but Zach Collins to 199 for the Trailblazers. Purple border Thaddeus Young for the Pacers. But honestly, I don't think it would do much good because unless you do it all the time, I think they would be really slow. And it would probably just frustrate me because they would be like 5 times slower than I am or something sorting. And I would probably just be like, oh, never mind, I'll do it. You know, do you get that way? That's the way I am anyway. Last box mojo. You know what that means. We all have to collectively work our mojo, find the magic, bring the heat. Let's have it come out right now out of this box. Let's see what we can find. Booty, you said you just stopped by to say hi and you are taking off, huh? But you're going to be hanging around with us on Friday. What are we breaking on Friday? I don't even remember. Did I just list it tonight? What is today? Sunday? So yeah, I did just list it tonight. What are we breaking Friday? I don't even remember. High tech? No. Yeah, high tech maybe? High tech baseball and something. Flawless basketball maybe? So yeah, well, cool, Booty. We'll definitely be breaking on Friday night too. I think I'll probably take Saturday off because technically, I don't know. I have tickets to go to the Breeders' Cup on Friday and Saturday. I'm trying to sell my ticket though, and if I do, then I'll just watch it from home and we'll still work like normal. But if I don't, I'll probably skip Friday regardless, but I would probably go Saturday, in which case we wouldn't break Saturday night. Yeah, Booty High Tech. Yeah, we'll break that on Wednesday night too. Wednesday nights is the release night for Topps High Tech, and we'll break it Wednesday, and then we'll break it again Friday, and we'll probably break it again Sunday. Or Monday. But definitely we'll break it Wednesday. We'll definitely break it Friday. Let's see if we can't find some of your Orioles in there for sure. We'll try to conjure you up something good. Cards RS is only trying for King's Mojo in the last box. All right, well, let's see if we can manifest it for you, Cards RS. And of course, after we look through this last box here, next we'll handle our housekeeping, which at the moment just has to do with our tip-off cards that we'll use random.org to distribute. Wendell Carter Jr. for the Bulls. And so we'll do that. We'll do our housekeeping. We'll do our recap. I'll put the spreadsheet information up one more time, and then we'll wrap it up. To 2018, that's Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors. All right, Booty, we'll see you later in the week then. Thanks for coming by and hanging out tonight. You know I always like having the company. That is numbered to 99, Kevin Durant, green checkerboard, Golden State Warriors. Celtics almost got out of here without a hit, but not quite, because there's D. Brown. A little Hoops Inc. for Boston. So one hit left to find in this break. Well, one autograph hit. Obviously, we can still have numbered things and other things like that, but one autograph hit. Highlights, Steph Curry and the Warriors. Archaeologist for the Miami Heat, Ray Allen. Road to the Finals, number 2, 999, Ben Simmons. I see a numbered Jaren Jackson coming up to us here. That is to 199 for the Grizzlies. We got next Aaron Holiday. Numbered to 199, it's Dwight Powell and the Mavericks. There's a purple border, Gary Trent Jr., Trailblazers. Always good to find our rookies in parallels and variations, I think. Especially in the first product of the year when they're in their NBA uniforms. Another tip-off. A purple border Wiggins, Mrs. Wiggins, for the Timberwolves. Clyde Drexler, Legends of the Ball Hollow Foil. Yeah, I'm sure you didn't get that reference, most likely. I'm probably way older than all of you, or many of you. But that was from the Carol Burnett show, if anybody ever watched that. That is 2018 for the Milwaukee Bucks. Carol Burnett was a secretary. Tim Conway was the boss. That's a hollow foil for the Timberwolves. His name was Mr. Tudball. Her name was Mrs. Wiggins, but he always called her Mrs. Wiggins. Put an A in front of it. So, yeah, there you go. A little TV trivia for you. Completely useless knowledge, free of charge. Okubo, or however you say his name, probably not like that, for the Phoenix Suns Rookie Inc. was our second and final hit out of this box. I saw the Suns for a minute. I thought maybe we'd get lucky it'd be DeAndre Ayton, but hey, at least the Suns did not go home empty-handed. Tip-off. Here's what's going to happen with these guys. We've got, of course, a team on the left, a team on the right. So Spurs and Grizzlies, you'll note they're the same on the back. Spurs are on the left, Grizzlies on the right. So Spurs and Grizzlies, the Thunder and the Pelicans, T-Wolves and Rockets, Rockets and Mavericks, Warriors and Pelicans, Sixers and T-Wolves. What's going to happen now is I'm going to bring you along with me. We're going to head right over here to random.org. I'm going to just type in there left and right. I always type left first and right second, or if the card had been oriented top to bottom, I would have put in the team on the top first and then the team on the bottom second. Then I'm going to hit random 3 different times. The first 2 are not going to count. The third and final random will tell us where these cards are going to go. So here we go, guys. Ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. Here's our third and final. There's our 3 times, our date and time stamp. It comes up as the left side of the card. I'm going to put one of these in a sleeve so that I can circle the left side to remind me, and I don't have to go back and watch later. Haha, how about that? All right, so this one will go to the 76ers, to the Warriors, to the Rockets, the Timberwolves, the Thunder, and the Spurs. So that is how our tip-off cards have been divvied up, compliments of random.org. Then we have our hits: the Suns, the Celtics, Wizards, the Warriors, the Pacers, Spurs, Bucks, Hornets, the Bucks again, Clippers, the Trailblazers, the Hornets again, the Timberwolves, Golden State Warriors, Lakers, Grizzlies, Cavaliers, Trailblazers, the Hawks, and the Lakers. So that is it for tonight. That is our entire break. However, I think I promised you some spreadsheet information, didn't I? A little spreadsheet 411. So let's get that up and running. So I imagine most of you have seen this, unless maybe, you know what, you're watching it on tape delay or something and you didn't, you just scrolled to the end. You might not have seen it. So here it is one more time. Free shipping breaks are always projected to go out 6 or 7 days after an auction ends. In this case, I'm projecting the football helmets and the jerseys to get out the door on or about Saturday. The paid shipping break tonight, which was hoops basketball that we just completed, projecting to get out the door on or about Thursday. Please remember, Veteran Base does not ship in hoops. It had its own bidding position tonight. If you happen to get skunked in the memorabilia breaks, your consolation card, because it was a free shipping break, I'm normally going to hang on to your consolation card until the next time you have a package shipping. Then I look back and see any that you're due over the past 90 days, gather them all up, send them out at once. If you don't want to wait for your next package to go out and you would like to have it sent to you right away, you please just let me know by sending me a message on eBay and I will take care of it. Of course, everybody pulled some cards in hoops. Even with Veteran Base not shipping, everyone's still going to have a nice little package of cards coming their way. We are taking a look right now at upcoming breaks. This is the stuff that's already up and running on eBay that is available for bidding right now that will be breaking over the next 5 nights. Tomorrow night, we're going to start early one final time. Well, not one final time. I guess we're starting early Wednesday night for new release. But mostly, we're going to be back on our regular schedule for the most part after tomorrow night. So 9:30 tomorrow night, we're going to open an autographed baseball jersey, a 4th and goal football box, which has 4 autographed memorabilia items in it, a jersey, a full-size helmet, a mini helmet, and a photograph. We'll also open a full case of Topps Update Jumbo. On Tuesday, it will be a single full-size autographed football helmet from Hit Parade, a Gold Rush half case break of autographed basketball jerseys. How about that? A full case of 5-star baseball, which is the last of the 5-star, and a full case of Prism football. On Wednesday, we're going to start early at 9:30 again. We'll break Flawless Basketball by the half case, which comes out on Wednesday. We'll break a full case of High Tech Baseball, another Wednesday release. And then we'll break the last case of Bowman Chrome Hobby that I have hanging around here. Thursday, we'll break a full case of autographed full-size football helmets, more Flawless Basketball, more Prism football. Friday, we'll find us breaking 4th and goal again, Flawless Basketball again, and High Tech Baseball one more time. And most likely, we won't be breaking on Saturday. I won't tell you for sure until tomorrow, but I'd say most likely we probably won't break Saturday, and then we'll jump back in on Sunday. So that's it for me tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I appreciate you spending part of your Sunday with me. I hope you have a great week ahead, and we'll see you again tomorrow night. Bye now.